Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie show briefly became a solo project this week.
Turns out it's just Kate Ritchie. Both blokes are in the toilet. Hey, I'm a broadcaster. What is she going to do here? What's she going to do?
And it might have been better if they'd left it that way, given the form that Fitzy was in.
What colours were mixed what colours mixed make green?
And in the process came dangerously close to saying a bad word.
The old Cross City Tunnel. Oh, God, get that right.
What did you call it?
It's a Monday.
I only got home a couple of hours ago.
And just after that, Kate made up a word that sounded bad.
Sophia Kim. She's an American content creator. You're an Australian content creator.
Oh, so true, mate.
Content muncher.
What?
But technically wasn't.
Content muncher? If that's what you want to call it, I'll eat anything. Wrap your lips around this thing.
The topic of song covers came up on the show this week because Fitzy is sick of hearing covers of this one.
Tracy Chapman's Fast Car.
And he proceeded to play not one, not two, but 5 different covers of it.
Hey, do you want the rave techno version?
Thought you'd never ask.
Wait for the drop.
Of course, including one by our very own Kate Ritchie.
You got a fast car. I wanted to get anywhere. Maybe we could make a deal.
And speaking of Kate Ritchie covers, during their chat, this came up.
I did It Takes Two. I destroyed a cover
Did you do yesterday?
Yesterday.
Did you really? Can we find the audio of...
No, because it's so bad.
Now, I can hear you thinking, Snitch has probably found the audio and he's about to play it to us. But you're right, I totally did. Here it is.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away.
Honestly, it wasn't that bad.
I was awful.
But I do think I could probably improve it with one thing.
Do you want the rave techno version?
Thought you'd never ask.
Yesterday,
Here we go now.
all my troubles seem so far away.
Stand up.
Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday.
Let's go now.
You're welcome, guys.
Yeah.
Snitchy, that's some of your best work, mate. Just
Snitch.
keep hitting those buttons.
He's,
Flying isn't for Wippa.
Hey, guys. I'm a bit of a nervous flyer.
what's the weather going to be like where we landing?
I say...
But he does love getting out on his little boat.
Kids, hey, we should throw the tinny in to see if we can catch some fish. It's a 4.2 metre Quintrex with a 30 Yamaha on the
That
back.
means nothing to me.
Sponsored.
I got this tinny when I was 16 years old.
And you're still doing credits for it.
We're not sure why he likes it, though, because it never seems to end up well.
My beautiful wife, Lisa, said, yeah, I'll come along.
5 minutes later.
Oh, no! She's vomited over the side of the boat. I mean, it was just a disaster.
But at least Fitzy got to get away his favourite leather jacket joke.
She thought she was going to get a real leather jacket. That's why she went out there, not catch one.
There's a thumbs up from Kate on your leather jacket joke.
Yeah!
All right.
Well, Kate's been on the show for long enough now that I've got enough content to make this segment out of context, Kate, because she does say some of the darndest things.
Good morning. I brought my cans into the studio. I worked them out before we went on air.
Christo.
Seaman.
Seaman.
The Seaman.
Sorry?
Whoa.
But I think it's going to be a while before we top the one from this week.
What if you like head?
Well, I'm going to go to the next caller.
Out of context, Kate.
Recap of the week will be interesting tomorrow.
We had old friend of the show and even older friend of Kate Ritchie's on this week,
I love this man.
Rosso.
Tim Ross, welcome back! Rosso!
How we go, T?
And if you think some of the segments on our show are kind of edgy,
That's what the fortune cookie said.
wait till you hear some of the highlights from Kate's time with Merrick and Rosso.
We did mole patrol to find out where the best moles in Sydney live.
Cancelled. But then some of the segments seem quite similar.
During the whole show, was you taking you had a DVD that you hadn't returned to?
Blockbuster or something. I can't even remember
Simpler
that.
times.
But he did leave us with a great little story about his mum.
My mother she was such a tight ass, dear old mum, but we were driving across the border and they asked you to declare the fruit.
Yes, of
You're not
course.
supposed to take the fruit in. But my mother stopped and she'd bought a bag of apples and she made my brothers and I eat a whole bag of f***ing apples.
I don't want any more.
You will finish them.
It's always fun when the guys get some amazing new prizes on the show,
Nova Hoodies
especially when they're ones that they can't pronounce.
and a thermos.
Thank you.
Is that right, Tom?
Thank you.
Yeah, or a thermos.
To learn
Thermos.
to read, Wippa.
Thermos. The Marvel characters had to kill Thermos at the end of the movie.
But at least they were respectful to the sponsors that gave us the prizes.
Use the code Wippa at the checkout and you'll have to pay more.
See you guys next week.
Nice.
Well done, Ritchie. Well done.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.